Hello and welcome to the first episode of Neuroscience News, aka NSN. Researchers have identified how specific genetic mutations cause ALS. Adult stem cell study shows fish oil may help with depression. Alright, let's see what is going on in our neuro world. Let's begin with the first news, shall we? Researchers at the University of Maryland School of Medicine have identified how certain gene mutations cause amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The identified pathway may also be responsible for a certain form of dementia related to ALS. The finding could offer potential new approaches for treating this devastating condition, which causes progressive fatal paralysis and sometimes mental deterioration similar to Alzheimer's disease. More than 5,000 Americans are diagnosed with ALS every year, a condition that is usually fatal and has no cure. Patients with ALS slowly lose the ability to move their muscles, leading to problems with basic functions such as breathing and swallowing. About half of ALS patients also develop dementia. Genetic studies of families with a predisposition to develop ALS have shown that the condition can be associated with certain gene mutations. Some of these mutations involve the gene ubiquitol-N2, which regulates the disposal of misfolded garbage from the body's cells. Until now, researchers did not fully understand how ubiquitol-2 mutations interfere with this pathway and cause ALS. This study mapped out the process by which ubiquitol-2 gene mutations disrupt an important recycling pathway that cells use to get rid of their trash. Without this recycling, misfolded proteins build up in the nerve cell and become toxic, eventually destroys the cell. This destruction could lead to neurodegenerative disorders like ALS. To investigate how ubiquitol-2 mutations cause ALS, the group used both human cells and ubiquitol-2 mutant mouse models from their investigations. The mouse models mimic the progression of the disease in people who inherit these gene mutations. The scientists first removed the ubiquitol-2 gene from human cells and found it completely solved the recycling pathway. They then reintroduced either the normal gene or one of 5 gene mutations into the cells. They found that reintroduction of normal ubiquitol-2 restored the recycling pathway, while all 5 of the gene mutations failed to restart the pathway. They found that the mice with the gene mutations had reduced levels of a certain protein called ATP6V1G1, which is an essential part of a pump that acidifies the cell's trash container in order to initiate the breakdown and recycling process. They also mentioned similar acidification defects have been found in Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and Down syndrome. This suggests that restoration of the defect could have broad implications for not only treating ALS, but possibly other neurodegenerative diseases as well. I personally think this research is going to make a revolution in finding a cure for ALS and also other neurodegenerative diseases, as scientists are going to know more about the source of these disorders, and when you know more about the disorder and its phases, then they will be able to find the right medications sooner. Also, comment down below what do you think about ALS and medications in the future. What do you think and how medications are going to act in the future. Let's move on to the second part of this video, but before that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. A study published in Molecular Psychiatry shows that patient-derived adult stem cells can be used to model major depressive disorder and test how a patient may respond to medication. Using stem cells from adults with a clinical diagnosis of depression, the University of Illinois and Chicago researchers who conducted the study also found that fish oil, when tested in the model, created an antidepressant response. Actually, it is so exciting to find that fish oil, which is an easy to get natural product, may be an effective treatment for depression. Major depressive disorder or depression is the most common psychiatric disorder. From the statistics, around 1 in 6 individuals will experience at least one depressive episode in their lifetime. However, antidepressant treatment fails in about one-third of patients. In this study, the UIC researchers used skin cells from adults with depression that were converted into stem cells and then directed those stem cells to develop into nerve cells. The skin biopsies were taken from two types of patients: people who previously responded to antidepressant treatment and people who have previously been resistant to antidepressants. When fish oil was tested, the models from treatment-sensitive and treatment-resistant patients both responded. The response was similar to that seen from prescription antidepressants, but it was produced through a different mechanism. Fish oil was acting in part on glial cells, not neurons. Glial cell is a type of brain cell that surrounds neurons, but there is increasing evidence that glia may play a role in depression, but also this study suggests that glia may also be important for antidepressant action. This study also showed that a stem cell model can be used to study response to treatment in depression. After reading this article, I was so excited and confused at the same time, because an easy-to-get product had a perfect effect on this disorder, but it was undiscovered until now. From the stats, antidepressant treatment fails in about one-third of patients, but now it's going to be zero fails. But there is no absolute zero in science, but at least more people will be treated and we will see a community with less mental disorders. So let me know about your ideas on mental disorders, especially depression, by your comments. I hope you enjoyed our first episode of NSN. Keep safe and see you in the next video.